Okay. Hi, Susan. Thank you for taking the time to talk with me today.
Yeah, absolutely.
You you are a VIP success. I love working with you because you share so much joy in what you do and what you learn. And I've watched your confidence increase with how you just present yourself every time we talk. You love knowledge of nutrition and health, and you already had so many things in place, but we really just made little changes that made a big difference. And let's just go ahead and talk about all that. So, welcome.
Okay.
Okay, you've had amazing results, but let's rewind a little bit. Before VIP, what were your biggest frustrations that brought you to me and us eventually working together?
Life changes. I got divorced 6 years ago. My children have grown up and moved out. I'm busy, and it was hard to find that new balance. You were used to always like trying to schedule food meals around everybody, making too much. And I just got to a point where it was hard for me to find a balance for just cooking for one person,
Mhm.
not being prepared, getting home late, and just grabbing whatever was handy. And I could tell that I just was not feeling my best. Plus,
Mhm.
getting to this time of my life, over 50, your hormones change, your body changes, and what worked before is not working now. On top of, I just felt like I was under a pile that I could not dig out of, and I just wasn't feeling good. I was bloated, I felt fluffy. I was seeing the scale doing little increments of going upward, not out of control, but I just didn't feel good. Like I honestly just did not feel good, and I didn't feel good about myself.
Mhm. Mhm. I appreciate you
So
sharing that. Mhm.
yeah. And so
You're
I had my daughter's wedding was coming up. I had bought a dress almost a year ago, and I remember putting it on one day just to like be like, I hope it fits. And I put it on, and it was very fitted, and I did not like the way it fit at all. And I was like, oh no. So it kind of was like an eye-opening experience for me of like, okay, we're out of control and we need to figure out what is best for my body. And I have been watching you for quite a while, because you are married to one of my best friends, brothers. So I knew your journey with being a dietitian and healthy eating and stuff. So I had always wanted to reach out to you to get help because I felt like that was just a place that my knowledge lacked. And so it was kind of like my big determining factor.
Yeah, I love everything that you said there. The biggest thing I took away is that your body changed, and what worked before might not work now. And so, what do I do? Instead of scouring the internet and Googling and shooting, you reached out to me.
Yeah.
And so, tell us, like, what are your results? What's your biggest victory with VIP today?
I would say my biggest is I feel like I have a plan. I feel like I meal prep a couple of times a week, so I always know what I'm going to be eating. I always know I have the ingredients in my refrigerator that I can just pull out and do a quick 1 minute meal
Hmm.
on the run. And that's like my biggest thing. The other one, I mean, like you always think at first it's weight loss, like your goal is weight loss. And that never really was my goal at the very beginning. I knew that would just come with it. But my biggest thing was I wanted to reduce the bloating, reduce the inflammation. I didn't want to feel fluffy anymore. So that was like so now after I eat, I don't feel that way. I feel full, I feel satisfied, but I don't feel fluffy and I'm not bloating like I'm 6 months pregnant. So
Hmm.
that is like the biggest thing for me,
Yeah.
by far for sure.
You just feel good after you
Yeah.
fuel. And
Yeah.
so then you're not afraid to fuel correctly, or if you're doing it wrong, are you going to feel XYZ? You just
Right.
know you're fueling your body right, and
Right.
you continually feel good.
Yeah. 100%.
And weight loss wasn't your original goal. It was just an effect of putting this plan in place that was easy and practical. And
Right.
that just was the awesome result, right?
Right. Right. Yeah. And I mean, and I didn't want to lose a lot of weight where I would feel like I had to like go get new clothes. but I just wanted to feel good in what I had. And I don't really have, I mean, I probably could lose a lot of weight if I wanted, but I know for me, I don't look good super skinny. Like I want to look healthy. I want to look strong. I don't want to look wafy. So I just want to be healthy and feel good. And, you know,
And do you feel healthy and strong?
I do. I
Yeah.
do. I love it. I love it. I feel, it's helped me to get I just feel good about myself now. I have my confidence is back. I feel like my hormones are getting more back into balance as much as you can be, you know.
Yeah.
It's a huge difference, and it makes me feel really good.
How'd you feel in the wedding, in the dress for your daughter's wedding?
Oh, I
How'd you
felt
feel there?
great. Yeah, I felt great. And I got tons of compliments. And, I mean, that was like the thing is, it's funny because somebody said, everybody looks at the bride, but they also look at the bride, the mother of the bride. And I thought, I didn't want to feel frumpy. I didn't want to be showy either. Like, I don't, I mean, like, I'm not the star of the show. I'm just a supporting cast member. But, I wanted to be able to walk down the aisle with confidence and know when I look at my daughter's pictures, I'm going to be happy with what I see and not think, gosh, I wish I would have walked more. I wish I wouldn't have eaten more. I mean, I wish I would have, I just didn't want to have any of those shoulda, coulda, wouldas. I just want to be able to feel good about everything that I've done up to this point. And then I wanted just to be able to focus on that day and just feel great and just really enjoy it.
You did. You did. You looked gorgeous.
Thank you.
And you felt gorgeous and you presented yourself with confidence. And honestly, it's not just about that day because you've
Right.
carried, I mean, these are lifestyle changes and you're bringing that confidence to your work, to everything you do on a day-to-day basis. What do you think helped you make these changes? What was the biggest difference within VIP than versus something that you may have tried before or made the biggest difference?
Yeah. I would definitely say the recipes. I think that was awesome for me because it was a no-brainer. Like it was easy for me I mean, the biggest thing was print it off because there's so many recipes in there. But like it was easy for me to print it off. I can look at the recipe, figure out what I want, or go through them and figure out what I want to eat in the next month, and then pick out my favorite ones. I think it's very easy to get overwhelmed when you're busy with work, you're running around, you've got to keep your house clean, you got to mow your yard, you got to do, all of this stuff on top of your social events and whatever. But it's so nice to be able to like take the thinking out of it and just go versus feel like just getting overwhelmed. All of a sudden you're like, when you get overwhelmed, I don't know about anybody else, but it's easy for me just to shut down. And then
Yes.
I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to go grab
Yep.
random yuck out of my cupboard and then move on with my life and go do something else. You know what I mean? So I
Oh,
think
yeah.
that was one of the biggest things. I also really appreciated having somebody coach me through it, and just kind of having somebody to like hold me accountable. Like looking at, I mean, I'm really good about keeping a food diary. So it was nice to have somebody go through and say, hey, add a little bit more veggies to this, or hey, add a little more fruit to that. I also have food allergies, so sometimes making meals for myself or finding recipes that I can make can be hard because of just reactions I have to certain foods. So this is what makes it easy too, because I can look at it and be like, yep, nothing in here I'll react to, I'll be good. So those are the biggest things.
Yeah. You never felt overwhelmed. You had a plan and you got results.
Yeah.
I think all those things are tremendous and I appreciate you sharing them.
Yeah.
I agree. Many people, many women feel overwhelmed when they want to make changes, no matter how big or small they are. They just aren't getting the results. They don't know where to start. They don't know where to, end their searching or start their searching, whatever it may be.
Right.
So I think what you said there is really important. So women out there that might be watching, having some of those perimenopause symptoms, just aren't feeling good. The puff, the fluffy, that what you described, not feeling confidence, maybe have a goal of a wedding or a picture event or whatnot. What would you share with those women?
I think the biggest thing is as a woman, as a mom, as a business owner, as a worker, as everything we're expected to be, we are the last persons we show up for. I mean, we show up for everybody else. We're the last person. We're always the last one to go to bed, the last one to eat, the last one for everything. I feel like this is our time in our lives to focus on us too, and we need to like pull that back in. So for me, you know, when I turned 50, I like made a point of, okay, I'm going to start working out and lifting weights and doing the things because I want to be here for my grandkids. I only have grandpups right now, but someday I might have some that are not furry. I've got five. You know, but I want to be here for them, and I don't want to be sick. And I look at like everything out there, and that foods are making us sick, and like just the environment and everything. I'm like, so what can I do? So for me, I can work out, I can lift weights, but I really needed help with this part of my life. And for me, I was like, you know, this is my time. This is time for me. If I'm healthy and happy, everybody around me is going to be happy and healthy. And again, like, I really love how, like, the women in the groups, you know, who have young children, their children are seeing this. And then they're bringing healthy interactions with food with their kids. And so it's like one of those things where, you know, as a 50 something, you're like, gosh, I wish I would have had that with my kids, but we were so busy doing the things. And like back then it was like easy to grab processed foods. So I don't know. I think for for anybody out there thinking, do I want to do this? I mean, it was a very great investment in me, and knowing that if I'm healthier, I'm not going to get sick, and it'll be easier for me to take care of myself. And the support that you get in the groups is really great. I mean, like, so, you know, it's like, it's not just always a weight loss that's a win. It can be just feeling good. It can be like, oh my gosh, I went out and, you know, walked 3 miles today, and it was such a beautiful day, and I was able just to enjoy that moment. Otherwise, I feel like so many of us are just lost in our worlds of being overwhelmed, and they don't know where to start. And I thought this was a great place to just be like, let's do it. It's time to go. It's go time. So yeah, I mean, I think that, and I love this program. I mean, I fully think that it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle change, but it's looking at everything, like making sure that you're fueling your body the way you should, getting the exercise. It's not like it's kind of a one-stop fits all, rather than saying, oh, you just need to cut out carbs, or you just need to, you know, eat your protein, or you just need to do this. And a lot of us have done all that, and it doesn't work. But it's good to, like, it feels good, and I feel good eating the way I should, versus, oh, I mean, and it's a mind trip. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a mind trip when you're like, am I sure I can eat this potato? Because everybody's told me before I cannot have a potato, you know? Yeah. So it's a reprogramming moment. So, but yeah, I love it. I think it's great.
I love so many things that you said there. We reprogram a lot of women's mindsets of their relationship with food. And it takes in all those things into consideration, right? Like you said, this is not a diet, this is a lifestyle. So within VIP, you learn that. And we're working on everything from how we think about food to how we nourish our bodies to why we're nourishing our bodies this way. And I love what you said there. Yeah, guess what? We get to eat carbs, you know? It's such a practical approach to nutrition and life, and that's why I love it. And it works with, so everybody, you know, you have allergies, you have different lifestyle situations than another woman. We meet people where they're at, and we work with all of them, and it's practical, and you get results. So
yes, I agree.
I love that. Susan, I can't thank you enough. Thank you for sharing your story. You are an inspiration to others. You are empowering other women, and that's what's so important about here at VIP is women empowering women, showing up for yourself so you can show up for other people. So thank you very much for taking this time.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you.